here today, and thanks especially to the Gardner family for hosting this most joyous occasion. I'm Umesh, a friend of Whitney and Joe's, and the first person to hear Joe confess that he loved Whitney.
Aw.
Looking at this beautiful crowd from points near and far, it's clear that the love Whitney and Joe give to all of us is returned many times over. Much has been said about Cupid's arrow. Things always seem to be easy for Cupid. He's always got a clear target, an unobstructed path, and of course, excellent marksmanship. Over here in the real world, it's usually a little different. Love, the real kind of love, is complex and bidirectional. It doesn't exist by itself. It is part of the relationship between two people. Love in a marriage is always evolving. That is what makes it endure, and what makes it so wonderful and such a source of strength. Now, I need to do something about this. A love that grows with time doesn't just happen. It takes work and it takes skill. In fact, making a relationship work takes a lot of the same skills that it takes to make great music. Balancing advanced planning and improvisation, knowing when to take the lead and when to support. And last but not least, good timing. The first two elements were present from the first time Whitney and Joe met 6 years ago. Joe had joined a band that Whitney was leading. He made an immediate impression when he showed up having already memorized the music. More importantly, she saw how his playing raised the whole band to a higher level. For his part, Joe was taken with her beauty and her charm, a real original, even as her playing and leadership of the band inspired his respect. This mutual respect and attraction they established early on, working together and giving each other space to thrive, are still core to what makes the relationship special today. But at that early stage, the essential element of timing was still missing. Timing in relationships isn't measured by a clock or a calendar. It's about our readiness on the inside. And the readiness of two people needs to line up. While Whitney and Joe clearly had a lot in common, they were not in the right place to take the next step together. So it was actually a blessing that they didn't see each other for the next few years. During that time, Joe took a job with the first national tour of the Disney musical Newsies. The high standard required of the job, the stability and prestige of the position, and the long stretches on the road shaped Joe and his self-perception. In the same interval, Whitney realized that she was ready for a serious relationship. So it was that when, 3 years later, Joe reached out to Whitney, each of them was in a different frame of mind. They spent a day together in between Joe's tour stops, but the fuller transformation came in the weeks after the visit. They talked constantly on the phone, coming to realize that what they had was something special, something worth taking a chance on. Now, if you're going to throw caution to the wind in search of some magic, New Orleans is the place to do it. When Joe's tour reached New Orleans, Whitney left all her regular commitments, which she never does, to go down there and see him. And that is how we find ourselves in the Big Easy one mild winter evening, our couple on the cusp of their reunion. Joe bolts out of the historic Sanger Theater and into the night, hardly waiting for the curtain to fall on his show. He sprints down Dauphine Street in the French Quarter, trying to catch Whitney as she exits Preservation Hall. He makes it just as the throngs are spilling out. And then, all at once, there she is. They lock eyes. They embrace amid the crowd, amid the noise, infused with the energy of the city. And in that moment, they know something is very, very right.
got the cool water, fever runs high. You got the look of love light in your eye. I was in crazy motion. She calmed me down. Took a little time, but you calmed me down. Something goes wrong, I'm the first to admit it. The first to admit it. The last one to know. Something goes right, well it's likely to lose me. It's apt to confuse me. It's such an unusual sight that I can't get used to something so right. Something so right. They got a wall in China. It's 1,000 miles long. To keep out the foreigners, they made it strong. I got a wall around me that you can't even see. It took a little time to get next to me. Something goes wrong, I'm the first to admit it. The first to admit it. The last one to know. Something goes right, well it's likely to lose me. It's apt to confuse me. It's such an unusual sight. I can't get used to something so right. Something so right. Some people never say the words I love you. It's not their style to be so bold. Some people never say those words I love you. Like a child belonging to be told. Something goes wrong. The first to admit it. The first to admit it. The last one to know. Something goes right. Well, it's likely to lose me. It's apt to confuse me. It's such an unusual sight. Oh, I can't get used to something so right. Something so right.
That was beautiful. Thanks, Jeff. The groom's brother, Jeff Wallace. The couple will now exchange their vows. Give you yours.
Vows.
Also vows.
You should just say that.
Covers it.
I vow from vows.
Vows? Vows. Some couples choose to honor the joining of their families and traditions with a gesture of unity.
And we also going to do the rings at the end of the vow.
Um,
And at the end of the vow, we're gonna
Yeah.
Give us the vows plus the.
Yes.
No.
Yeah. So,
Do we need
We're
a
gonna
stand?
need to play with it.
Do we need
do you want me to just give it to you when you're about to do yours?
Yes, I could give it to us. So, yeah. So
I feel
with each
with
person.
the people here just feel like I project. And I feel
Okay,
Like
so-
put this down. and
Or
then-
no, I think you'll be able to handle it.
So, okay, let's hit the couple
I
now,
get real
change your
good
vows.
friends.
I'll
Yeah,
give you the
hand
mic.
I think you're
I'm gonna give you your printed vows.
Yes, and ring. Or
And they're all at once.
Yes.
yeah,
Okay.
I
Got
think
it.
so. And then, so I'll have the ring. Hypothetically, we're not gonna practice. Should we practice right now?
I think you should
As long
practice
as you know-
juggling all the things.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Does it not help to have a mic stand ready?
We
This
can-
is
yeah.
the paper. So there are vows on pieces of paper. There are rings of
Do you want me to-
There's a lot
Okay.
of pieces to juggle. And
Yeah.
Right. We can put a mic stand there, but then it's there. You know, that's the
Yes,
thing.
those are your daffodils.
Can it
Glad
not
you guided me through all
be
this.
just a,
Yeah, it could be
like
back
a place
there.
to set
need
it. No,
to-
but someone's holding it.
I need to
Someone's
redo your
holding it. I think it's just a matter of
vows so I can-